What is maladaptive daydreaming? Maladaptive daydreaming is a term coined by Professor Eli Sommer to describe the behavior where a person spends excessive time daydreaming. It's usually a coping mechanism in people with other mental health conditions. It is not currently an officially recognized condition. Most maladaptive daydreamers can exhibit symptoms of depression, general anxiety, social anxiety, dissociation, and ADHD. These groups can be prone to using maladaptive daydreaming to cope with their disorders.
I think it's less a sort of a time and place type of thing, and more of a trigger in the environment or internally. For me, I think the biggest trigger is when I have a particularly intense train of thought, because maladaptive daydreaming is a form of dissociation. So, if I have a particularly intense train of thought that I feel like I'm personally struggling to organise, or the feelings are just too overwhelming, it's like my brain goes, okay, boom, we're gonna put this in a daydream. And therefore, it's like ascribed to something else that isn't me. But yeah, I've had them ever since I was a little kid, so when I was younger, they were a lot more fantastical, based on TV shows, stories, books, that kind of thing. Harry Potter was even one. And for me, it's like I have a different version of myself that lives there. I don't like to give that version of me a name. It always has a different name. There was a time, about 6 years ago, where most of my daydreams consisted of real people in my real life. I'm at a point now where, thankfully, I'm able to make the decision to be like, no, you can't involve real people from your real life because that's detrimental to your relationships with the people, especially if you're consistently having interactions with, like, idealized versions of themselves.
When the daydreaming crosses over into the maladaptive daydreaming category, it's because it's excessive and negatively affects other aspects of their lives. Academic performance, social life, time management, emotional maturity, and physical health all suffer because of the time lost to daydreaming. The daydreams offer people control, fulfillment, an ideal social life, entertainment, and the freedom to express their emotions. It can be an opportunity for them to live the perfect outcome to every interaction without unpredictable variables. Eli Sommer, the father of maladaptive daydreaming research, worked with a subject with ADHD who had been tested with a course of Ritalin, a stimulant used to treat ADHD, but this only increased his tendency to daydream. Sommer then suggested cognitive behavioral therapy and mindfulness training. The subject tried noting down the events and circumstances that would lead to daydreaming and prepare careful plans to help to avoid these and reduce the temptation. He would also try to interrupt any daydream's plots with unsatisfying endings. After 6 months, he had reduced his habit by about 50%. Mindfulness is a technique used to ground yourself in the present place and time. It helps people to be aware of their thoughts and feelings and consider their reactions to what's going on around them. A lot of people enter daydreams when they are feeling disconnected from reality, and mindfulness can help to counteract that. Not all daydreamers want to stop. Some people are just looking for more control to take the daydreaming from maladaptive and life-altering to just another form of entertainment. There's nothing inherently wrong with daydreaming, but if it's affecting your life in a negative way, there are resources and help available. You can visit the Maladaptive Daydreaming Discord server at the link in the description.